34. Bus.
Let's go, Long. Crispy fish and chips.
Eats world. A bus. Eats world. Bus.
Bus eats world, mate. Driver fatigue.
Eats world. Bus.
Oh.
So the word on the street is we should have got the Don Julio Añejo 1942, but because we're tight asses, we opted out of the extra $10. So now it's just the straight up Añejo, which we're not sad about because, yum. Who's the safe one out of the two of us?
I got a hat. It's not as smooth as it looks in the movies.
Adelaide got a little weird. Like, weird straight away. We had a meeting booked in Harndorf with Harndorf Market.
Mm-hmm.
We rocked up and we're all excited. It was our first meeting with a potential new stockist to sell pocket salt. As soon as we pulled up in the bus, it was really hot. Felix took a turn. He's been having these weird fainting spells. That's a whole other story. But he took a turn, and then we kind of had to micromanage that literally minutes before we went into the meeting. So I ended up just going into the meeting on my own. I was a bit flustered and it was all a bit weird, but that was fine. That was the first weird thing. Whatever, on its own, not that crazy.
So then we thought, you know what? It was a pretty successful meeting. Potentially they're going to stock pocket salt there. Thought, let's go get some lunch.
Let's treat ourselves. We're back in Harndorf, the land of awesome German food.
Mm-hmm. Went and had lunch. It was great. A couple of Kranskis, pretty similar to the first lunch that we had.
So as we drove off, all I heard was this massive smashing of glass and people on the street literally screaming and gasping. I thought, to know something really bad. It was bad. Anyway, you stopped driving immediately. I could see in the side mirror that, in fact, our huge side door to the bus had swung open. And for those of you who have ever been to Harndorf, the main street is really narrow. Like, I really did think something terribly serious had happened, or we'd had property fall out of the door onto the street. That probably would have been the least bad thing to happen.
I thought the dog fell out. I thought Felix fell
But there was
out.
smashing glass. So then I thought maybe the back window had smashed out. We ran out, everything was fine, nothing had fallen out. The glass was intact.
John, who I've since, I know his name is John, his car was parked, unfortunately, in a spot right where the door flew open and smashed his side mirror.
Hello, this is John Griffith. Hello?
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 Hi, is that John?
Yeah.
Hi, John, it's Shandor. I own the big blue bus and I accidentally smashed your window.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry I haven't been in touch for a couple of days, mate. There's been a bit going on. So I just wanted to get your bank details so we can pay for that.
Are you still in Adelaide?
No, we're in Port Pirie now. So it turns out it wasn't anywhere near as bad as what it could have been.
No.
Poor Marjorie could have been walking across the road in a wheelchair.
Yeah, we then did run
I'm not
through
sure.
the potential
Mm.
really bad things
Right.
that could have happened.
So we smashed a mirror.
Yeah. Someone's side mirror. Okay.
Right.
And really that wasn't crazy.
Mm.
Our adrenaline came down. We moved on with our day. So then we went back to our caravan park in Adelaide. And the next morning, we took Felix to the park, which was adjacent to the caravan park. Really cool basketball setup. And I'm watching Shandor and Felix shoot hoops, and it was really, really cool. And I was just watching this man sit in a white van of all stereotypical dodgy vehicles to be sitting in, with the side door open, and he's sitting on the edge of his van, hyper fixated on the children playing the playground. I'm like, oh, he's got to have grandkids playing. Next thing, when I look over, he's got his phone. And I'm like, if that man starts filming, there's something dodgy. Anyway, he starts filming, and he starts filming Felix and Shandor, and he's panning around. He's panning around to the kids at the playground. Luckily, you saw this happen and was sort of over in that direction, and you approached him and you said, or you just made him aware that you had seen him filming. And the first thing he says is, oh, you're going to be famous. I'm sending this to my mother. So I said to Shandor as we're leaving, oh, I have to say something. I just have to ask him, because if he's got family here, then it makes sense. So we walked over. I said, oh, do you have family here? Do you have grandkids playing in the playground? And the first thing he said was, why? I said, well, because you're filming kids in a playground, so I would hope that you're only, interested in filming your own family. He goes, oh, well, it's not illegal to park and camp on the side of a road next to a playground, is it? And I went, oh, okay, you're being defensive for no particular reason. And then, yes, glanced down, his belt buckle and pants were open. Anyway, I said, mate, just for future, I don't care how guilty or innocent, whatever's going on, you definitely do not film kids in a playground. Already knowing that, it was dodgy. Anyway, immediately we rang 000. They said they were going to make it a high priority and send somebody straight out.
They did.
Yuck. Like, it just made us feel gross. Like, it was just a weird, not a nice... It was weird. Anyway, that evening, we'd promised Felix that he could go and ride into the city to get himself some junk food. It was a promise that we'd made. I thought really long and hard about it. I felt funny about it because it was not a city he's familiar with, but you know what, he's 14, he's independent, he's got his phone, he can look at maps on his phone, etc. About half an hour later, we get a phone call from Felix. Panicked. He's just bought his food. He's come outside. His bike, his brand new mountain bike that he got for Christmas, is gone.
Gone.
So back on the phone to police. Felix is being amazing, and he took himself down to the nearest police station, which was pretty incredible, to file a police report. Turns out 14-year-olds can't file police reports. I spoke to the sergeant, and they ended up giving him a ride home in the police car, which was really...
Well, did they offer, or did he push for it?
He asked for it.
Right.
But anyway.
Right.
It's so weird. Yuck. And then, bam, Felix has his first experience with... We had our car booked in the following day to have a wheel alignment done.
By car, Sarah means bus.
A bus. It feels, yes.
Our car bus.
Our car bus. So we had our bus booked in for the wheel alignment. All great, fine. We go to pick it up, and we're informed the ball joints need immediate attention for our safety. Like, you cannot be driving around on these.
You cannot, you should not, you shall not.
If they fail, it's diabolical. So cannot get in anywhere in Adelaide for the next...
So you need these things done.
2 to 3 weeks.
But we can't do that for you.
Correct, because they were booked out for 2 to 3 weeks.
So you need to find somewhere else.
And likewise with everywhere that we rang.
Yeah, it turns out it's tricky to find someone to work on a big bus, working on the ball joints. Anyway, we found Lockie at
KR Kent.
AR Kent Garage.
In Port
Shout out
Pirie.
to them.
They were great. They were really, really lovely. Anyway, super expensive, costly. So anyway, it was just Adelaide. We love Adelaide. Adelaide is amazing. And we love it. We caught up with family. It was incredible. But this weird series of events
this time just wasn't for us.
No, it just was weird. So it's taken us a while to shake it off. And we're now in, not Point Lowly, we're just down the
We're going to edit this
Fitzgerald.
bit. Port.
Fitzgerald Bay. I want to say Fitzgerald Bay.
It's not it either.
We're in a campground somewhere between Adelaide and...
Let's do this.
Yes.
That's where we are.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Anyway, we just wanted to say that's basically... It sometimes all looks like it's all sunshine and lollipops, and it really has been. I don't want it to make it sound like we still haven't enjoyed it.
But you've still got to do things on the road, like maintenance on your bus, washing, dishes.
Yep.
We'll make a video
Speak to the police
on just
a couple of times.
On that kind of stuff, maybe. What do you reckon?
I don't want to see that shit. Anyway,
we'll see.
Anyway, I feel like now that we've got past Adelaide, Port Pirie, because we actually had to have a few days there. Port Pirie's, it's okay. It's good.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, it's.
And now we're on the Eyre Peninsula, heading back down, heading to Coffin Bay, Streaky Bay, Shark Bay, Palubi Beach.
Yep.
Before we hit the Nullarbor.
Yep. So we're going to eat heaps of seafood, yes, soon.
Oh, Bus Eats World. Let's not do bus meets mechanic stuff. That's boring.
Bus meets police. Anyway.
Over and out.